Hello, K-Writer. Welcome back. And welcome everybody to the Mission Destroy 10th Anniversary Special, which is the end of Season 1. Lunatics, hi, how's it going? Welcome back. Thank you. We got a full program to get through. It's quite the doozy here, but we'll get through it expeditiously. Yeah, let's start out with number 1, the recitation. As you may or may not know, Mission Destroy was chosen because it's a song by a band called Exciter that I was listening to quite a bit when I started this whole thing. Still listen to them. Canadian band. So we gotta recite the song so we know where we're coming from. Let's mute hopefully the output of the Switch. There we go. Now you just have the sound of my raspy voice. Alright, this of course, once again, Exciter, written by Beeler, Johnson, and McPhee, 1986. A full 30 years before I started this thing. Mission Destroy. Put through the grinder, but we survived. Why can't you see that this is our lives? Heading out for the fast lane, pulling out to pass. We are the mighty. The weak never last. The only way we know is to fight. We love to feel the noise. To give our all every night. Mission Destroy. Yes, we've been kicked down, but stronger we rise. We thrive to deliver, despite your ways and lies. Our backs to the wall, 'cause we're sick of your kind. Yeah, we've met you before, and we'll crush you this time. The only way we know is to fight. We love to feel the noise. To give our all every night. Mission Destroy. Mission Destroy. We'll fight to the very end. Mission Destroy. Killing for self-defense. In the ears of the wicked, the truth is never heard. It's the way of the tyrant to never keep his word. Heading for a breakdown, then fighting back the heat. This is our mission, to overcome defeat. We're back and hungry, ready to fight. It's time to feel the noise. Standing tall, defending our rights. Mission Destroy. Mission Destroy. We'll fight to the very end. Mission Destroy. Killing for self-defense. And we'll pause the recitation for there. For the observant ones, there's a reprise. So we'll jump into the rest of the program. Acknowledgements. This one's fun. So I opened up my followers list. 447 followers. Of course, I don't stream much anymore, so that's what you can expect. So let's go through it and thank a bunch of people for, their commitment and their support to what I've been doing. First and foremost, thank you to the man himself, God, for, putting me here, allowing me to do this. Pretty lucky to be able to do that. Secondly, to my family, who gave me video games and started this nonsense 36 years ago. And thirdly, to my wonderful fiance, call me Ish, 1031, who thank you for putting up with this. And then a bunch of my followers, and once again, reverse chronological order. Some challenge streamers. Big Tall Not Small, he's a challenge streamer. Check him out. Classic Vomps, Vince, Tetris guy. Thank you for everything you do with Tetris or outside of Tetris and gaming in general. The Mexican Runner, pivotal in doing this challenge streaming and being the first to beat all the NES games. What else have we got here? A lot of people that I don't know. Melt Plays Games, another challenge streamer. Higgins PDX, another Tetris guy. Amazing producer and maker of videos and just a wonderful person. Kaon, he still streams, does a lot of NES stuff, dipped into some homebrews. Check him out. More people I don't know. Barrett, another Tetris person. Shout outs to him. Munoz, another Tetris person. Really, the whole Tetris community in general has been very supportive. Megatron ECS, another challenge streamer, does NES as well. BSG 4000, Tetris guy, Flipsider. Ben Mullen 297. What else is there to say? Amazing Tetris player, true champion. D-Bone is connected to an amazing friend. Thank you so much, D-Bone. Kahan Games, wonderful homebrew creator. I played a few of his games on stream. We're getting down here. Dr. Jules, I don't know where this person is nowadays, but used to come into my stream a lot and ask about Taco Bell. Hope you're doing well. F Symbols, another Tetris streamer. Gilgatex, he was a Game Boy Advance streamer doing console challenge as well. Buko, Matt Buko, shoutouts to you. A Game Scout, shoutouts to Game Scout. Smurfquakes, another challenge streamer doing SNES. Very supportive when I was streaming. JDMFX, missed that guy. Hope you're doing well. Of course, Tetris World Champion. Total Radness. Great guy. Big in the Tetris community. EC Myers, always supportive in multiple platforms. Great person. Steam Vlogger Boss used to come into chat when I was streaming ages ago. Most Gratuitous, thank you very much personally. Big support throughout these 10 years and beyond. E-Bloody Candy was a Game Boy streamer. Lunatics Project, who's here right now. Amazing to see someone that low on the list. That means they were an early follower and still in chat. Thank you for all your support and your friendship. The Schoolmaster, another Tetris guy. Haven't seen him in a while. Hope you're doing well. Jazz Thief 81, awesome Tetris player, great guy. I miss you. I'll promise I'll get to Europe and your country sometime. I don't want to dox people. Let's see. We're getting down to the pretty low ones here. DL Barris, personal friend. Thank you for your support. Nubbins Goody, I miss you all the time. Friday Witch, big supporter of the Tetris community as well. Janutska, Yanni, my opponent in the 2019 CTWC. but an amazing person. Oh, it still scrolls. The scroll wheel got to the bottom, but finally we're at the K-Rider. Thank you so much. You're here now, and we're here 10 years ago. Your support and friendship mean everything. Mob plays games, as you as well. Muddy Clot, thank you as well. Oh, now we're getting to names I haven't heard in a while. Sharpie, thank you for creating the console challenge community with your Sega challenge. Kitaru, Tetris guy, thanks so much just for existing. Indie Rocker 81, another opponent of mine, but really a true friend who has moved halfway around the world, and I miss you. Retroblade, and one of the first streamers, console streamers, a variety of consoles. His challenge is still ongoing. Definitely support him. Has played quite a lot of games. The Motherbrain 86, U2, another fellow NES streamer. I didn't see Peeves on here, but shout out to him. I don't know if he still is on Twitch, but he was one of the first people who hosted my streams when I was playing Othello. And yeah, brought a lot of people to my stream. Really nice guy. I hope you're doing well. And yeah, I think, oh yeah, the last one, Gamer Guide Commentaries was the first person who ever came into any of my streams. The very first one, 10 years ago today, when I was playing Mega Man. Gamer Guide Commentaries, I don't know if it's a YouTube channel or if it's a person or what. I can't find it, and I can't, the playback of the chat doesn't exist on the, when I used to stream on YouTube. Because the first couple games I streamed on YouTube and not Twitch. Yeah, if I ever find your channel, I will subscribe to you. But you were the first, and yeah, I think that's enough for acknowledgments, for thank yous rather. So now we'll go into the formal apology. Which I suppose is a weird way to phrase something, but it is an apology. And that's me being sorry for getting angry at so many games. Over the past 10 years, I have said some wild things because a lot of games are quite difficult. And I say things that I've regretted. So if I have bashed your game, or if I have bashed you, and called you evil for making a hard game, I'm sorry. That's very immature of me. It is a video game, and I shouldn't take it that seriously. It's one of the reasons why I stopped streaming, because it was hard to control my emotions while playing some difficult games. So there you have my apology, especially the homebrewers. You don't deserve that criticism. It's amazing that people create games for people to play, so sorry if I took the fun out of it by saying some nasty things, but wanted to clear that up. Alright, now we'll get into the bulk of it, which is replaying the first game, Mega Man. Capcom game from 1987, 1 year after Mission Destroy came out. The song, not this thing that we're doing. See, let's go for it. I don't have my NES collection on hand these days, so it's on the Switch, which is just as good because I do the Switch challenge now. This is the 1 through 6 collection or something like that, but we're just playing the first one. And no timer. We're just going to go into it. I guess I kind of remember the order I did it, because I do these Instagram shorts now. If you follow me, Instagram, Metal Beast. You can see all these highlights of the games that I've played. So that was today's post, and so I got to relive a lot of the first one. Oh, let's go back actually. That was it. That was me 10 years ago on a couch that doesn't exist, but it was right over there. Same apartment. So really haven't left. I suppose I look a bit different, but that's about it. We'll see how the controls feel. Not playing on an NES controller. The sideburns, yeah. Not the best look. I think the Soul Patch was the roughest. You know, when I had that. But you live and you learn. And you die and you learn as well. The first go around, this game was beaten in an hour and 45 minutes. I don't know if I'll do that this time. We'll try our best though. All right. What? Sometimes you kind of just want to cheese your way through it. No. Missed the health. You forget how short the levels are in the first game. They really didn't put a whole lot of stuff in there. I gotta jump before he slams the ground. Maybe it's not possible to dodge that. No, it is. I'm just not good. perfectly good strategy. Alright, it's the first guy. Guts Man, done. Hey, most gratuitous, how's it going? This is, yeah, I think this is Guts Man. Perhaps in a, well, Rockman is the Japanese name for Mega Man. Yeah, this is Guts Man. I do know that Cut Man comes after Guts Man. Because you can pick up the rocks and, well, you'll see it all. Got one hit left. That's true. You did. There was a program, but we had to start promptly at whenever I started. The program's not done though. Just a little peek at the program. It'd be good if I knew how to jump. Or dodge. You know, I do miss playing the NES games. I really have not played one in quite some time. Although I say that now, and I'm sure the moment I pop in another cartridge, I'd be just as angry. It's like I can't jump over that. There we go. I think this is the only Mega Man game with points. Kind of a holdover of the arcade days. Ooh, hell. Ooh, you're on the plane. I have a thing on planes where I don't watch movies, but I watch other people watching movies. I try to figure out what's going on without any of the sound. I don't know why I do it. I think it's to make me less anxious about flying or something. You see some pretty weird stuff too. Oh, is there like a secret to the right there? No, I'm not gonna check. There probably is. It is way more fun, right? Then you could like watch multiple movies at the same time. Or you could zone out and listen to music and then check in on somebody's movie and it's completely changed since the last time you've checked in on them. There's something about it. Okay, so I could pick up those rocks. Well, I guess, you know, it presupposes that there are rocks to pick up, but if you screw it up that bad, then oh, you gotta be joking. Good thing we have plenty of Gutsman energy. I do need more rocks. Oh, they're not even there. You gotta wait for the whole game over. But your regular M-Buster does pretty well, so... Oh, okay, he's really not that difficult. In fact, he's actually quite easy. Okay. Didn't need that strategy, but I think I used it in my first stream of this game. So yeah, the history is, you know, we don't have to follow the program, but it is number 5 on the program, and then we're only at number 3. But it's fine to go into, I think. Alec Man, sure. How powerful is Mega Man? One of the most powerful robots. That's why he was chosen to destroy his own prototype. I feel like that is like a... no one's ripped off that plot before. Destroying your own prototype. And I feel in the age of robots and AI, it's ripe for stealing that. We had a Terminator destroys his future, or you know, his updated model, but you don't have people destroying their own prototypes. People were watching the same movie frames apart. That is weird. It's almost like when they do the speedrun races and they're just frames apart. Rock beats scissor. I sure hope so. Is he as powerful as Charizard? Are we talking Edition 1 foil Charizard or regular regular Charizard. There's a delay. It's not much, but when you've played this game on NES your whole life, it's enough to claim that you're not responsible for all the deaths, and that it's indeed the controller or the game. That was me. That was... Can't get out of that one. First edition Charizard. I don't know. You know, I feel like, oh, wait. Both okay. I don't think Charizard is in Smash Brothers, but Mega Man's in Smash Brothers. And at least I feel like Charizard is present in the game, but I guess you can't play as him. Or maybe you could, I don't remember. But I suppose that would settle that argument. Can you play as Charizard in the Smash Brothers? That's a better strategy. Just not trying to go fast, you know? Taking the hits as they come. No, we're not playing on the NES. We're playing on the Switch Collection. Because my NES is at my parents' house. AKA my storage facility. Alright, this'll be fun with the delay. I also really think I should go to the left because it is a harder path, and this game tends to reward those things, doesn't it? Pokemon Trainer, that's what it is. Oh, well, not much of a reward, but it was something. I'm in trouble with this one. I guess the Pokemon Trainer was a safe move, because you can't just pick one Pokemon. Even though that's kind of... well, they picked more than one. You could play as Pikachu and Jigglypuff and probably some other ones, right? Nice. It makes you appreciate how well crafted the modern games are. That you don't need this. You don't need the level of precision. You know, like, because I guess there's always going to be latency. You know, not just in this game, but in every Switch game. But in this game, it's just a lot more noticeable. Oh, you know what? You can get Rush in this game. No, you can't get Rush in this game, but you can get other items that are probably pretty critical and that I should think about remembering where they are or just looking it up. There's the item that lets you make platforms. Easy. Alright, I think that's the checkpoint for the level. That is so tempting to grab. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. No. Oh, that's it. So, hopefully I have my Gutsman stuff. Yeah, it's all full, so... Yeah, this thing's like critical. You really don't want to be caught trying to beat the game without it. You can just start making platforms anywhere. Do I want this? I absolutely do not want that. Let's just get this again to make sure we got it. Oh, we also have no we have no lives, so we're just gonna start from the beginning. We're gonna die on the boss, and then we'll have to start from the beginning of the game. Just letting everyone know now, so there's no surprises. Got my glove caught on the fire there. Stinkle man. Oh, you know what? I should stop. Yeah. Oh. When this game gets so slippery. We're good. So it's good to get into the some of the historical points of this whole thing. The first being that, as I mentioned, streams used to be on YouTube before I started streaming on Twitch. And I'm glad I switched. The other crazy thing that is fun to even think about is I'm gonna die. The challenge wasn't originally just NES games. It was every console that I had. And so there are these hidden episodes of some SNES games, and I think some Game Boy games, maybe even Game Boy Advance games. But you gotta know where to look to find those. Before TikTok? Yeah, wow. I couldn't even imagine. Yeah, I already have this, so I don't need to keep getting it. But might as well. I wish I still had 7 No, actually that's not true. I really don't wish I still had 7 Virtual Boys. That was crazy. I'm glad I had them at the time. I'm glad I had it at some point in time, but I don't miss having 7 Virtual Boys. There, see, you could just create platforms. Isn't that crazy? That was like the Rush, as in the dog, the robot dog of Mega Man 1. There's no Rush in this game, nor is there a Beat, your bird. There's just a platform. I don't know if there's any other weapons of that style or items. Oh, great. Oh, I think he'll just jump right over you. Well, maybe sometimes he does. Not today. Remember when I was talking about how the levels were so short? I did not mean this one. Apparently. This has got rocks in it too, so man, we're going for it. The guts, man. Oh, okay. Well, it's not a. That didn't work as well as I hoped it would. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's the one. That's we guessed right. Originally, the program was gonna have a costume change, but I lost my own Mission Destroy shirt. I don't know where it went, and it's very upsetting to me. But I had to wear a black shirt because that's what I wore on the first stream. No idea. We're gonna go with fire. I don't even know where my hat is, and I wore the hat a lot. Ooh, very tempting, but I'm not gonna go for it. I guess I am in a weird way. Not bad. Didn't know there was a platform there. Oh boy. Okay. I remember these things. Very cool mechanic. Would be a bit easier if I could slide, but oh, I have the platforms. Forgot about those. It doesn't matter. very tense moment. Alright. Fire is weak against electricity, we all know this. I was wrong. I was very wrong. Actually, you know what? We'll try it again. I probably should do Iceman. So it's been a long time since I've had a game raffle, to pick the next game, but that is fully my intention after I play this. Obviously, if you looked at the program, you would have seen first game of Season 2 game raffle is on there. Oops. Some might say we're just getting warmed up. You officially beat Dredge. Congratulations. I would love to play that. They do make a Switch cartridge of that game. Purchasing it is in my future. What was your overall impression? If you had to rate it 1 out of 10. Nine out of 10? That's really good. Not as good as Inscription. There's a lot of games I gotta catch up with. At least this one has a platform that you could stand on. Okay. Ha. I love it. I love this game. Oh, you know what? I could make platforms. I keep forgetting. I don't have to do any of this. Ha. Ha. I really thought I could get past that, but that's pretty classic Mega Man having you start right here. I think we're gonna take the. No, we won't take the game over. We can do it without the. platforms. Oops. All right, now we're gonna take the game over. We were so close, so very close. Yeah, those blocks. I mean, they're classic, just classic part of Mega Man. I used to call them vacuum blocks because they kind of sound like a vacuum. Vacuum cleaner, that is. I suppose a vacuum doesn't sound like anything. We'll take that loss there. All right, we can do this part, and if I do this part, I'll have more of the platforms for the next part. All right, easy, right? Okay. Yeah. I don't know if I've ever gotten... If I've ever gotten that. I don't know if you can. Maybe you can't. I don't... What was what? The platforms? I have a floor gun, yes. That I got in an Alec Man stage. It is a very nice bonus weapon there. Alright. I didn't have much health there, but I did succeed. And now, I mean, it's gotta be obvious. Fires. Ice beats fire. It's gotta. It's gotta. It's gotta. It just never goes as planned. But that's okay. That was pretty lucky. Those guys kind of fall randomly. That was pretty lucky too, actually. Easy. Ah, lunatics, you're dipping into the old Game Boy Pokemon. If my old cartridges weren't in storage, aka my parents' house, I would let you borrow them. Oh wow, can you kill those things from the explosion of the bombs? That's interesting, I didn't know that. Or maybe they just kind of despawn. Ooh, stolen. It's never good. That's never good. I'm sorry that happened. As someone who's had a few games stolen from me, I could sympathize. It's gotta be ice. It's gotta be, right? It was ice. Wasn't very graceful, but it did the job. Bombman was always my favorite. I always thought he looked really cool. I always thought that kind of old, you know, I don't know if bombs were ever shaped like that, but I always thought that shape that you'd see in the cartoons, the big circle, big black circle with the fuse, I always thought that was a lot of fun. Awesome. Glad you had some safe travels, most gratuitous. Oh, you son of a gun. How did I dodge all of those? That's very cool. Is that? Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. But where were my iframes? But where were my iframes? Oh my goodness, imagine iframes as microtransactions. I would cry. I mean, I guess, like, in this era, you know, obviously, they didn't have microtransactions, but the games were so difficult that you had to really, like, supplement your experience with a strategy guide or, you know, calling the hotline or getting Nintendo Power. You had to do something. The quarters were microtransactions, absolutely. Oh, you know what? I should just farm for health. Yes. Of course. Wow. That's a great question. Orange balls are, of course, now I get the, I think they're just entirely points, actually. My favorite strategy in this game is not actually dodging enemies and just getting hit until I die. I made a mistake. Actually, you know who I think electricity kills bomb, which I know that's not how it works in the real world, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I also, yeah, yeah, okay. Turns out bombs were not too much of a problem. As a child, you're kind of led to believe that bombs are a pretty big problem in life with all the cartoons, and, you know, but I guess it's not true. Alright, we're at Dr. Wily, which is approximately a third into the game because now it gets quite difficult. I'm going to take 5 and grab a seltzer, and I'll be right back. All right. It's time. Dr. Wily. quite a bit of damage that those guys do. Oh yeah, these are going to be impossible to navigate here. Alright, maybe not impossible, but... Oh, it is just quite difficult in terms of time. It is perhaps a third. You're back. It's going pretty well. We're at Wily, Dr. Wily, the first stage. I think I remember who the boss. Oh, I know exactly who the boss is. How could I forget? It's one of the most famous Mega Man bosses of all time. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna totally use the floor gun. Nice. You know, I'm not too sure who the target audience was back. I mean, it had been for kids, right? Let's be real. The hope is that you get health from these guys, but I suppose it doesn't really work how you want it to all the time. I think the blue ones are points too. All right, we're doing good. We're doing good. We just gotta learn how to get past these guys. Which ducking, yeah, going under them is the way to go, for sure. You just gotta recognize when they do their big jumps. Alright, we don't need that. I don't think you need all the powers to get through this stage. In fact, you're probably pretty capable of using everything except Gutsman. Or sorry, nothing except Gutsman. You really don't need the floor gun. Should I farm health? Should I do it? Is it going to come, or am I just going to be disappointed? A little well, no. Alright. We're up a little bit. Oh, okay. I see how it is. Oh, I guess you need this. Wow. Yeah. What do you know? Okay. Oh boy. Here it is, folks. And this is the most famous Mega Man boss. Doing spectacularly at. Jump, jump, double jump, jump, stay under, and jump. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Can't get hit by his little gun, his pea shooter. Oops. 2, 3, 2, 1, 2. Oops. 1, 2, 3, there. One there. Oops, a little early. I gotta find a better way with those last couple of ones. Oops. Wow, okay, so, no joke, oh, what? Okay. Good. That's actually what I kind of hoped would happen there. We'll just have to do that again. We're getting the hang of it. Give me 2 seconds. I will be right back. All right. Thank you, Most Gratuitous. If we got a little bit of health, that would be nice. Yeah, that's a little bit of help. Kind of adjust a little bit, but... Of course. Ooh, do we have enough M? Always a little bit too early with that. With those last couple ones. These guys too. I'm just gonna take the game over so I have some more continues. Or lives. If the Switch ports have built-in save states, am I allowed to use them? That's a great question. Yeah, I'm allowed to do whatever I want. But will I, is the question. I think if this was actually, you know, a game that was on my count, the game count, I don't think I would. Let's try to get the pattern down here. Short jump, big jump, double jump, medium, small. Okay. This side is like different somehow. Alright. We're getting the hang of it. Ooh. Okay, not bad. We just kind of have to make it through one cycle without getting hit, and then we should be good. Or, you know, he's dead. Skyway. I know what's coming, and it's a lot of difficult activities and tasks. But that's okay. Aha. Yes, okay. Wow, he's being aggressive. That was very aggressive. I don't know if it's one long stage, but it's like one or two long stages. Wow, that's aggressive. That's very aggressive. At least there's no going backwards, as in having to beat the Yellow Devil again. Oops. That's a great question. I think they get to that in I think in Mega Man 3 or 4 or maybe 5, I don't know, one of them. They go through all the Robot Masters and they tell you what their functions were. It's actually like a really cool part of the story. It's like at the end of the game, once you beat it, and it goes through each one. From most recent to oldest. And of course, the oldest is Proto Man, so... We're gonna just try electricity, because that just, like, stops everyone. Not Cutman, apparently. Bomb? Ice? Nope. Fire. Kind of. Really, M-Buster's the best. pretty sure this next boss... Oh, is that like... Got me. Nice, really love this type of stage. Do I have any lives left? I have one. Should I have two? Yeah, probably. Ouch. Ooh, okay. Hello. Oh. Oh yes, I remember. It's me. Is he weak to... No, it doesn't look like he's weak. No, maybe he's a little weak to fire. What is the any % record for making? It's probably very quick. It's probably something very impressive. That was close. Maybe if you just get really close to him, that helps. the right speedrunning website? I don't know, to be honest. I thought speedrun.com was probably still used, but maybe not. That works. It's just not Cutman. Nor is it Iceman. Okay, Ryder, I'm a robot. But you do raise an interesting question. Just don't think I'm equipped to answer it. Are you Squid or are you a kid? Alright, he's dead. Barely made it out of there alive. Ooh, our music has changed. Okay. This is stupid. Oh, okay. I love how many points I'm getting. They're so useful. Can't wait to trade them in later for prizes. Alright, I actually know what I'm doing here. Now I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Perhaps there's something that works better than M-Buster there. Well, whatever it is. It's not cut, man. Psychedelic map? Really? Okay. I think Buster probably works better. Alright, you need those things in the beginning. I like the colors in this stage too, they're pretty nice. This is also a pretty easy stage. Like, there's not a whole lot going on here. So, we should have this one done pretty quick. And then I think, like, the last stage is what's hard, because you have to fight the rest of the Robot Masters and then Wily, like, in one go. Okay, that's very nice of you. I don't want to use up the bricks. When I'm at anything less than full health, so. Hello. Ooh, that wasn't good. Do these guys die faster? Maybe. They might die a little bit faster. Alright, we're still gonna sack this life. Alright, this is the tough one. I think this is the last level. Oh, yes. How could I forget? How could I forget? Strategy will be using our floor gun, I think. I really think that thing at the bottom is just points. I think it's in a bunch of Capcom games or something. I like that strategy. Just run right into him. I've never considered that before. Because he'll always jump before you even get there. Oh yeah, I forgot. Flame doesn't work on him. Wow. Is this an actual strategy? That's incredible. I never thought about that. The last one's got to be Guts Man. I do remember what works on Dr. Wily. If this is him, it's Cut Man, which is, you know, a little silly. Yeah, this is Dr. Wily. Okay. First, you got to figure out what to hit. Alright, I think we made this a lot easier for ourselves by knowing how to kill Bomb Man. Whoa! Oops. I mean, I can't think of a better way to do that. There might not be. Do you think I can... I wonder if I could just stay by that, Well, I can't do that. Full health. Yeah, I don't know how worth it is to dodge it, you know? Great. Great. Maybe the first part's electricity. Well, I don't know. Maybe. We'll find out. Right? Nope. I don't think so. Oh, well. Can't touch it. No? Yeah. Well, that's nice. Start right at the boss. I don't... It's fire. It's fire to start out with. We're good. We got this. We got this. That's like the only thing fire's good for. I mean, he could be a real nasty guy. Well, that's not good. Alright, not sure how that happened, but we'll take it. Can I just stay in here? doesn't always get out of your way, unfortunately. That was some bad luck there. Ooh. Not fast enough. Right. We kind of have to do 3 quick jumps. Ooh, boy.
Ugh.
Ooh, that was pretty good. Ooh, I got hit by that one. Ooh. Do I have any lives left? I really hope I do. I've won. Okay. Guess we get to practice a little bit. Let's go! Alright, we did it. And we did it on February 6th, so we didn't even go into the 7th. Truly 10 years to the day. Pretty crazy. Thank you, K-Rider. Thank you for being here. Wow, Mega Man has ended the evil domination of Dr. Wily and restored the world to peace. However, the never-ending battle continues until all destructive forces are defeated. Fight Mega Man for everlasting peace. Wow. Very cool. Very cool to beat this 10 years later. I haven't played it since. Why would I guess. Well, yeah, you know, I did go back to the VOD, to the video, to make my little short. I'm gonna plug my YouTube channel. I'm gonna plug my Instagram, so you can see those edited down shorts, because they're pretty fun. They're pretty funny, and I guess I could make one for every single game I've ever played, which I think is 443. That was the final count. Presented by Capcom USA. face. And it just starts over. Well, cool. That's number 3 done. First game playthrough, Mega Man Capcom 1987. Now we have the... this is the ending of Season 1, as we all know. And the next decade is Season 2. So we're going to have a little raffle to pick the first game of Season 2. The last game of Season 1 wasn't really Mega Man. That was the first game of Season 1. The last game was called Pumpkin Jack. It was pretty good. It's pretty fun. You can watch that on YouTube. And you can watch a 30-second version of it sometime on Instagram within the next couple of years, probably. Well, so if you are in the chat, I guess I'll, I don't know, throw out a number, 1 to 100, and I don't know, we'll figure something out here. I don't think I have any of the bots that do the raffles, but all you got to do is put a number 1 through 100 in the chat. 36, that's a great number. K-Rider, so far you're at the top here. You're very likely to win this raffle. I'm gonna give it a 2-minute countdown. Well, count up. But yes, those who have fallen asleep are missing out on the raffle. I'm excited to start something new. This is the first time I've had someone pick a game in a while. Simply because I don't stream. So, if you still have access to my document, that's where all the games are. Unfortunately, you have to pick a Switch game. Just because NES is just not available at the moment. What type of game sounds fun? Something wacky. Something absolutely wacky. Or like a, acclaimed game that I haven't played yet. Because I don't keep up with the times. Or something that looks absolutely terrible is also generally pretty fun for me. You got 30 seconds left. If you want to enter this raffle, just put a number in the chat from 1 to 100. You got 15 seconds left. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, K-Rider. You've won the raffle. Congratulations, you get to pick the first game of Season 2. Let me know if you need a link to the document. If you have it up and you go to Game Collection, that's where you see the... Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, that's where you see the Switch games. And all the green ones I've beaten. The orange ones I don't think I will be able to play because they're either sequels or, something's up with them. And I might ask you to pick another one if I haven't taken into account all the orange ones. You're torn between two. Balatro. Is that your final pick? You're reviewing. Okay. You can do prices, right? You can do Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and declare your final answer. You'll think I'll be on it for a long time. Uh-oh. Well, if it's time, it's time. I have no say in this. That's a pinball one. Pinballs those are the 1 hour or 72 hour games. There's some pretty interesting ones on here. Meteor Lab, how's it going? We are back. We just finished Mega Man 1 for the first time in over a decade. Well, no, in exactly a decade. 10 years to this very day, February 6th, 2016. Game number 1, Mega Man. And the K-Rider just won a raffle to pick the first game of Season 2. So I'm excited to see what I think it's Balatro. I think we're picking Balatro. Is that your final answer? You gonna lock it in? Final answer, Balatro. Perfect. Locked in. Excellent. It's getting a blue highlight on the spreadsheet. And I'm just gonna put it in there. 62. Balatro. When am I streaming again? That's the good question. Life's been very good, but very crazy and unpredictable, and makes it difficult to stream. So I will do it again, but when, I don't know. This was kind of the one-off 10th anniversary special. The good news is you could always go on YouTube and watch everything after the fact. Although that's far less personable. But still kind of fun. So we finished number 4. Season 2 first game raffle, K-Rider 1. Picked Balatro. So now we're up to number 5, a retrospective and statistics, which includes history, statistics, and reminiscence. We won't have to go too crazy with this. We'll finish up before midnight. But I did, I guess history, this was not intended originally to be a NES console challenge. It was just beating every game in my collection. And so if I'm looking back on my list of streams on YouTube, And the second game after Mega Man was actually a Boy and His Blob on February 13th. That was my second NES game, but on the 14th, on Valentine's Day of 2016, I did Super Mario Land on the Game Boy. And that's a privated video. Maybe one day I'll make that public again. And then on March 20th, I did a Game Boy Color game, VIP, starring Pamela Anderson. How did I stream from a Game Boy? That's a great question. I think I did the Super Game Boy for the SNES. And I think the same for the Game Boy Color. And then I did Kirby's Dream Land on Game Boy, great game, on March 20th as well, the same day as VIP starring Pamela Anderson. Fun fact, I bought that game, VIP starring Pamela Anderson, complete. It was sealed in its box. It was like $5. I don't remember a single thing about that game, but... And then the last non-NES game I played, before I started doing the Switch stuff, was Mega Man X on the SNES on April 10th. And then I just played NES. And I thought I was just going to do licensed NES games because I saw the Mexican Runner do it. And I thought it would be good to have a focus. But I wanted to play the game Klax, which is an unlicensed game, so I played Klax. So I branched out to unlicensed. And then I got a Famicom. Started doing Famicom. The first unlicensed game I did, Klax, was September 5th, 2017, so almost over 1.5 years of just doing licensed NES games. And then the first Famicom game, maybe that was before licensed. That was on September 3rd, or at least that was when it was published. I'm going to go back to my spreadsheet, that's more reliable. Klax was September 4th. Booby Kids was the first Famicom game. That's right, Booby Kids. That was the day before, on September 3rd, 2017. And actually, Famicom was my last non-Switch, non-NES game that I played. It was Getsu Fumaren. And I rated that a 7 out of 10. Anyway, I got the Famicom disk system sometime. Famicom disk system was before just regular Famicom games, and before unlicensed games, I suppose. I'm learning, we're going through the history for myself as well, clearly. That was on February 20th, 2017, so about a year after just licensed NES games. I played a game called Isenshi Nikko, which I rated a 10 out of 10. It was a great game. Some wacky games on the disk system. The Monitor Puzzle Kaneko Kinetic Connection. Very bizarre game. Highly recommend it. Electrician. I had to beat that game 8 times in a row to get the proper ending. Koneko Monogatari. The Adventures of Chatran, one of the hardest games I've had to play. You got classics like Dig Dug. Puzzle Boys, Twinbee. And then I guess in October of 2017 I started to collect homebrew NES games, and then clearly I like that a lot because I beat 106 of them. I encourage anybody and everybody to play homebrew NES games. Especially if you're a console challenge person. Lastly, during the pandemic, April 13th, 2020, I started playing Switch games because that's what I could do while I was locked down. And I found that very fun, so I added the Switch to my list of consoles. And I've done 61 of them. It's been very rewarding. We all know Dark Souls was my longest game. Dark Souls Remastered. And that was 128 hours and 27 minutes and 31 seconds. This has some history, some stats. The shortest game I played was 1 minute and 2 seconds, called Rainbow Catcher. It was a homebrew NES game. Followed by Uchusen, Ultimate Ploid Battle, which is 1 minute 19 seconds. Can't really recommend either of those, but I respect them. And I respect the people who made them for putting something together and putting it on a cartridge. It's pretty cool. Right next to that is actually a licensed NES game. Took me 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Win, Lose, or Draw. There's been a lot of games under an hour. In fact, there's been 57 that have been under an hour. And on the other end of things, Chess Master was my second longest. Back then I wasn't timing my games, so it was estimated at about 86 hours. Then about 75 hours for the Miracle Piano Teaching System, and 73 hours, 27 minutes for Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, which I did this past year. Completed that in October of 2025. And then, if you still think about Chess Master, I try to forget it. It was a little crazy, but that was something. I got a lot of views on my Chess Master Instagram reel. It's almost at 20,000 views. Actually, my highest viewed video is my Metal Gear video. My highest viewed reel is my Metal Gear one, because I beat that with the transmitter on, and because I didn't know what that was. Some fun analytics facts. One of my highest viewed videos on YouTube is called Lee Trevino's Fighting Golf. Is an NES game. It's just a golf game, but there's somebody out there who just watches it over and over and over again for over an hour each time. It's very bizarre. A lot of people watch my Disney Tsum Tsum Festival on the Switch. A lot of people watch that. It's very weird once again. Don't know why. That's also probably my most thumbs down rated video. I don't know what about that makes people angry, but clearly it does. I've been getting a lot of views on my JoJo Siwa Worldwide Party video. 51st Switch game. Yeah, wow, Disney Tsum Tsum Festival has a pretty good amount of views. Carnival Games on the Switch. Hidden Objects Collection. A lot of people dislike my Famicom videos, and I don't know why. It doesn't bother me, it's just very interesting. It's funny when people dislike things. Like, why would you... I have 11 hours of NES Play Action Football. 11 hours and 45 minutes and someone disliked it. Like, yeah, I get it. I didn't particularly like it either. But thanks for watching, and even if you disliked it, thank you for watching. But anyway, that's about all the statistics that that we need. I keep leaving this up, and I don't mean to. Once more, another look at the before and after. Years, wow. Okay. Well, if there's any other history or statistics, which I don't think there is, you can always remind me. So I guess that leaves us with the reprise of the recitation from Beeler, Johnson, and McPhee from 1986. So we'll give us some silence here, and you can just enjoy the sound of my steam heat as everyone normally does. I didn't finish the lyrics. I stopped at the last verse. So going back, I want to hear you. I want to see you. Just stand up strong for your rights tonight. Don't let them push you. Don't let them break you. Just keep your guard up. Keep up the fight. Mission destroy. We'll fight till the very end. Mission destroy. Killing for self-defense. Mission destroy. We'll fight till the very end. Mission destroy. Killing for self-defense. It's kind of silly, but, it's a great song. Yeah, and I guess lastly, I just want to say that I started this challenge to see what I can do, and I hope at very least it encourages other people to try difficult things, push through challenges. I'm not by any means an extraordinary gamer. I'm okay. I'm fairly persistent, and I'm very stubborn. So there's nothing special about me in particular other than my stubbornness. So if I can do it, you certainly can as well. Not just with video games, but with life. And that's it. That's all I got. W, stubbornness. That's absolutely... I think I got that one at least. Okay. Thank you all for stopping by the 10th anniversary special. K Rider, Meteor Lab, Most Gratuitous, and Lunatics, who I guess is zonked out for the evening. Thank you for being here. And I'm sure I'll see you before the next 10 years. But if I don't, see you for the 20th anniversary special.